What's going on, guys? It's No checking in with another episode of The Time I... A little series I do on this channel to mix up the content and tell you guys a story from my past that has nothing to do with testosterone, nothing to do with mental health, just a little story of my past, usually a relatively funny one, a way for you to get to know me better, mix up the content, keep it real. This is the time I pranked some high school douchebags back in the day who had played a terrible prank on this girl in our class. We'll leave names out of it, but there's this girl, we'll call her Marley. And Marley, she was a really nice girl, actually. A really nice girl, but she happened to have sort of like a overly dominant upper jaw, and she had kind of a buck tooth. And so these high school jock football type stereotypical assholes one day filled her locker with hay. They filled her locker with hay, and when she opened her locker, hay poured out and they started making noises like a horse. Really fucked up juvenile prank, you know, something that douchebags do, especially at that age. And I witnessed it. And some people might think, oh, that's just pretty funny, but this girl had nothing coming. She didn't do anything to them. They're just your typical assholes, right? And so right when I saw that, I always had that mentality of sticking up for people.
Turn right onto Southwest Canyon Road.
I'm making a video, and I really don't appreciate the interruption. I've always had a history of sticking up for people that have trouble sticking up for themselves. I hate bullies, hate them with a passion. I have gotten into it so many times with people trying to pick on people, it's not even funny. And this was before I was a bigger guy. But anyway, I saw this happening to Marley, is that what I named her? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do something about this shit. But one day, I decided to bring 3 or 4 padlocks to my high school. I show up really early. 2 of the 3 guys who pulled the prank, I locked their locker with a padlock. I watched them in the morning get to their locker and realize it's locked, super pissed off, what the fuck, they don't know what to do. It was pretty funny. A good start to what was going to be an absolutely epic day. And so I get a good chuckle out of that, but again, I only hit 2 out of the 3, and there's a particular reason why I took that strategy. So they bring someone from maintenance or from the custodial department to take off the locks. It takes a while, they're late for class, a minor inconvenience, but a nice start. Then, in between first period and our morning break, I re-padlock both of their lockers, just those 2, leaving the 3rd guy who was in on this first prank towards the girl Marley out of it still. So they come back at morning break infuriated. What the fuck is going on? My locker is relatively close to theirs. I lock both their lockers again. So one of the kids is so pissed off that he takes a hammer. To his padlock. The other kid, just all stressed out, goes back and he gets the maintenance guy again, the custodial worker, and has him take it off again. But the other kid is just beside himself, and this other kid is beside himself and taking a hammer or something to the lock, destroying his locker. He was the main culprit. He was the ultimate bad guy in this story. So he knocks off the padlock, but in doing so, he also knocks off the actual regular spinning lock, combination lock, that's actually built into the locker. Very convenient twist of fate. And so, this opens up what ended up being a really sick fucking idea, both like using it as a colloquialism and as a literal term. And I get it in my head after I see this hole, this gaping hole, that's what she said, in the locker, that I'm gonna put something in his locker. But what do I put? I still have 2 padlocks left. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do with them. How do I make this work? So lunch goes by, we're in the middle of the next period after lunch, and this really disgusting idea comes to mind. And the idea I get is to go to the bathroom, take a fat, glorious dump, because I had one on deck, and then also pee into like a bottle and somehow get this piss and shit in a little container, shake it up, and I'm gonna pour it in that little hole. I know what you're thinking, super fucked up. I kind of agree, but these kids had it coming way beyond this one prank they pulled on Marley. Okay, eyes on the road. So that's what I did. I went to the bathroom and I made the shitty pee-pee concoction. And I then carefully poured all of it around his locker, like the where he would grip and open his locker, and inside on his stuff. Now, I really do want to reiterate, this guy had it coming. He's been bullying people for years, but saying it out loud, it sounds really fucked up. And I hope if he ever watched this video and he wants revenge, I'm gonna have to sleep with one eye open. But that's what I did, and then I go back to the original guy that I padlocked, and I relock his locker for a third time. The third guy is completely left out of commission. I still haven't touched him. I had this plan, and I'm about to reveal to you how it went down. So after school, I race out of my class. I'm booking it, sprint my ass off to the lockers. I want to see what happens. I round the corner just in time to see the first guy realize that his fucking locker has been padlocked for the third time. High five. Then I take off down the hallway where I'm going to be across from the poo-poo pee-pee locker, and I get to watch the whole thing unfold brand spanking new. So listen to this. He goes up to it and he touches it, right? And it's wet and disgusting, and he smells it. He goes, oh! He smells his finger and he's mortified. What the fuck? He opens the locker, he realizes what I've done. Well, of course he doesn't know that I did it, but he realizes someone poured piss and shit all over his gear. I've never seen someone so mad. I've never seen someone lose it so bad. It was honestly one of the greatest moments in my life. And hey, you know, to each his own. Maybe my life wasn't that interesting at the time, but that was a fucking interesting moment for me. So his buddy, who I locked the locker for the third time, he runs down the hall and goes, what the fuck is going on? And then the other guy who I put the pee-pee poo-poo in, he's freaking out saying, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Where is, we'll call him Steve. Where's Steve? Steve, mind you, is the third culprit in the original prank they played on Marley. So they are both frantic. They think that Steve did this because nothing has gone on all day to Steve. Steve was the other, his name's not actually Steve, but Steve is the other kid that was involved in this prank. So I so happen to be 2 lockers away from Steve's locker. He's not there. Both guys run up to me and go, hey, Noah, have you seen Steve? And I'm like, nah, bro, I haven't seen Steve. That fucker's been fucking with us. He poured shit all over my locker. Are you serious? In my head, I'm like, this cannot be going better. There's no way in hell this could be going better. And so they say, have you seen him? No? Cool, we're gonna go fucking find him. Excellent. So these 2 idiots end up spending the next fucking few hours absolutely destroying Steve's car. They literally thought that their own buddy was the one causing them chaos and havoc all day for whatever reason. And so the third guy in the whole thing ends up getting all the business given to him by his own fucking boys. Krista got wind of this, and it was like the greatest thing that ever happened for her too, because she was so used to being the butt end of these jokes, no pun intended, referencing the butt and poo-poo. But it was amazing. Regular butt there, B-U-T. And I really do consider it one of the funnest, most ridiculous memories in my entire high school experience. And to this day, only a couple people know that's happened until now. So if this shit goes viral, not that I would ever expect it would go viral, but if it does, I'm probably gonna have to deal with a shitstorm. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you don't think too much less of me. I was 16 years old at the time, and for whatever reason, that's where my imagination took me. I ended up not using the super glue, but I brought it, and now I got a lot of extra super glue, so cool, arts and crafts time. Let me know some crazy prank you've ever pulled on either a bully or a friend, or what's a way you got back at someone that was relatively clever. Let me know in the comments below. I'm just trying to keep myself relatable at all times with you, and let you see me in all facets of life. We got something going on. You guys want to see? Bummer, bro. I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting this channel, and thank you for being some pimps and some pimpettes.